A pall of darkness falls over Mauryan history after Asoka. The scarcity of contemporary epigraphs and the conflicting statements made in ancient literary sources render it difficult to establish a clear sequence of rulers and of historical events. The practice of recording imperial activities on imperishable surfaces, such as rocks and pillars, seems to have been given up by Asoka's successors. Of them, only Dasaratha left brief epigraphs recording as gifts of 3 caves in Nagarjunikanda hills to the Ajivikas Tivara, the only prince mentioned by Asoka in one of his inscriptions, is not heard of again. The Puranas are our main source of information on this period. Some fragmentary but vivid details are supplied by the Yuga-Purana of the Garg, Samhita of the Buddhist literature, the Divyaradana, and the history of Buddhism of the Tibetan historian Dasaratha give us a list of Asoka's successors. The latter mentions only Kunala, Viktasoka, and Virsena, the last 2 of whom do not belong to the main line ruling in Magad. The Divyaradana tradition is even less reliable. It makes even Pushyamitra a descendant of Asoka, and the rulers listed by it between Sampadi and Pushyamitra do not figure in the Puranas and other sources at all. The list is 1. Kunala, 2. Sampadi, 3. Brihaspati, 4. Vishasena, 5. Pushyadharman, 6. Pushyamitra. The Buddhist chronicles create the impression that the glory of the Maurya dynasty vanished after Asoka, and generally does not carry the history beyond him. The interest of the Jona writers, namely Hemchandra and Jinaprabhasuri, is centered in Samprati, who displayed the same zeal for the propagation of Jainism as Asoka did for Buddhism. Jinaprabhasuri, the author of the Tirthakalpa, apparently exaggerates the achievements of this prince when he states in the Patliputra Kalpa, "In Patliputra flourished the great king Samprati, son of Kunta, lord of Bharatha, with its continents. The great Arahanta, who established viharas for the Sramanas even in non-Aryan countries. Because of ecclesiastical bias, the Buddhists and Jain sources cannot be accepted as reasonably authentic sources of history. Curiously enough, Dasaratha, the lone Maurya to leave behind a personal epigraph, does not at all figure in the Buddhist and Jain records. Thus we have to fall back mainly on the Puranas for reconstructing the history of the post-Asokan period, supplementing their information from stray references elsewhere, in particular Banas.